Ohio. Hey guys, it is Michael Todd and welcome back to the Cult of Vintage. You know what's crazy? We're not in Pennsylvania, we're in Ohio. That's right. Today is day one. I am going to the Springfield, Ohio Antiques Extravaganza. That is going to be happening tomorrow. Today is Thursday. So I thought, why not see if we can't hit up some Goodwills along the way? So we were in Hubbard, Ohio. I'm really proud. Creeping. I'm really proud that I remembered where I'm at. So let's get into this Goodwill. It's interesting. Have you ever? I've never been here. Let's do it. All right, there's our exterior. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Look, wait, hold on. I have this new neoprene and it's like echoing. Talking. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Oh. Okay, guys, here we are on the interior. I'm showing you the floors because I was quite impressed. I'm giving you a quick, kind of a small panorama. It was a smaller Goodwill. However, the condition of the Goodwill, while the exterior seemed a little bit older, the interior they do seem to have renovated. So that was a very pleasant surprise. You could tell that Goodwill really took the time to make a nicer Goodwill. Now things are kind of organized like they typically would be. However, the fixtures were new, the flooring was new. So it was nice. It was very bright and sunny on the interior. The first thing that we are seeing, of course, we are going to go to Christmas. And I'm often asked, well, Michael, how do you always find the Christmas? The easy answer is that when I see it, I look through it. That's always going to be how you find it. You can't be like, oh, it's Christmas and pass it by. So we do, of course, see that little Santa. I would assume that was a candle holder. Maybe at one time he appeared to be a bit of a Napco. Up next, I do see this little Santa. And what I'm looking for is some crazing because I couldn't quite determine if it was vintage or if it was a newer piece. To me, the condition of it was a new piece that was made to look vintage. God love him. It's been a tough life. He is made in Japan. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, ouch. That's not the kind of nose job you want in life, you know? Now, these are really cute, very mid-century. Well, no, not mid-century, very mod, pardon me. It's like that mid-60s up through even the late 80s, or my goodness, the early 80s. They do have some desirability on them. They were 50 cents each. I'm going to round. They're obviously 49 cents. There was four that were there, which I think is a good number to have, only $2 for the set. They probably retail for about anywhere from 20 to 25. Some of the other pieces, the more unique or harder to get pieces, do have some really strong resale value on those. So if you do see them, I would suggest picking them up. Of course, always check on eBay for those sold comps. So we're just going to look through everything here. I'm looking for some atomic ware. I didn't find any on this trip. But again, while it is a smaller Goodwill, the shelves really were very stocked. They were full of things. So it is always worth your time to take the time. Oh, I'm seeing that covered cheese dish. That's a shame. I probably would have gotten that had I been thinking more clearly because you could have used that cover there. Well, you could have used the whole thing for like a nice little vintage vignette. Up next, I do see like this, that plasticware. I forget what it is called, the actual plastic itself. It is an Emporio. Again, very mod butterfly. Now, don't worry, I do see that moss green. I believe this is Fenton, the little hobnail ruffle dish. The color, and at 49 cents, that's a great deal. Now, there is resale value on there, but that's one of those kind of like filler pieces where you're probably going to get $10 to $15 on it. And keep in mind, I knew that I was going to the extravaganza, folks. So I really wanted to be very selective at the Goodwill. I do love the Sacred Heart Jesus. His fingers unfortunately were broken off. Had they not been, I definitely would have picked this piece up. Would have made like a great little an assemblage in the back. Could have done smaller, like religious items. I think that that would have been very impactful. So a lot of the candles, I do see this aqua glass. It was a single. I unfortunately did not think to take my flashlight in. So I'm going to check out the lamps here. I didn't really see anything overly special. These were really interesting. They are ceramic, and the top portions do rotate. I think in the right home, these actually could be very nice. Now, they had a very small figurine collection. These were literally on the top of one shelf, so we're really getting up close and personal today with them. Now, we do see this adorable little covered dish, like a little trinket dish with a little angel on it. And at 99 cents, I thought it was really cute. Obviously, it's covering the manufacturer sticker, but it was a newer piece. Here we have our little charging bowl. He is a figurine at $3.99. I really decided to go ahead and leave him. Had it been a more unique item, I probably would have picked it up. Now, I do see these crucifixes. These are brass. They were quite hefty. This broke my heart. This is part of a cuckoo clock. Unfortunately, the deer itself is missing his antlers. And I'll be honest with you, had he had his antlers, I probably would have picked it up because you can still use that as like a little wall hanging, a little accent if you were kind of doing like a gallery wall. That was quite full. So it was a little interesting to shop that. And I'm kind of rooting around here, seeing what's what. You just never know until you dig through, you know? Now, the first major find I did find was this. It is a Shawnee in, I'm not going to call this a celadon. I'm going to call this like a true green. Now, there is that chip underneath it, and I'm going to set it here on the shelf because I'm like, are we going to be able to see that when it's standing up? You can see it a little bit. And see it right there underneath. Yeah. Which I was like, oh, it's 99 cents? Of course I'm going to get this. It again is in that Renaissance or Victorian porpoise. Unfortunately, yeah, he is missing like a small little detail, like his fin or his dorsal fin was chipped off. So that kind of broke my heart because I was very excited about that piece and that would have been an amazing get. It is a picture, but again, I think that you could use it more for a vase. Waving goodbye. Now this was our score. This was our first score. They are unmarked, and I had to look these up, and it turns out the manufacturer is Culver, and the print is called Pedro. Now we do have four of the small glasses, four of the tumblers. You know, there is a little bit of wear to them, but given their age, the fact that these were not run through the dishwasher, I'm going to say they weren't run through the dishwasher because had they been, there would have been much more significant paint loss. The thing that I was most excited about is isn't that not gorgeous? Look at that pattern. Now that is your mid mod. I almost said mid mod Marion. That's your mid mod. Those are your aesthetics right there, folks. That ice bucket is it. You know, this is something, you know, you clean out the interior, obviously the exterior. You want to be gentle with it. Just a mild soap, a very light scrub. And, you know, putting these on a bar cart or putting these in a clear glass cabinet. Oof, striking visual for those. Unfortunately, one of the small glasses did get broken during packing. That was sad, but we still have four. So we have four of the tumblers and now four of the shot glasses in the ice bucket. You guys, I got this like for like $2.50 for everything. Now, the thing that caught my eye was this Christmas basket, but then I peeked inside and lo and behold, we have these small little Joseph figurines. She's baking a pie and she's got her rosettes and a little bit of spaghetti detail. These are older Joseph because the name is carved into the bottom of the figurine. We found not one, not two. She's doing a little laundry there on her stool. God love her wearing her dress. But we found three. Now, I do believe she's actually darning a sock here, and there's a little cord there to kind of mimic the thread. I love the attitude of them. They're like, ugh, I got to do these chores. This family. And last but not least, we did find a little left in June birthday angel. in really good condition. There's a little bit of a crack there to the petal. How oh I'm seeing it now. There is a broken petal on the bottom of the bouquet. I actually did not see that in real life. I did decide to go ahead and leave the other two figurines in the basket. They weren't really exciting me. The box was empty. I kind of went back and forth on this basket. That's actually terracotta that's been glued, I'm going to assume, to the wicker. I was not able to find anything similar. Um, yeah, I don't know. I kind of regret it not getting that because I think it would have been beautiful, especially if you put like some plush in there. Just a quick overview of their textiles. Now I'm kind of going back and I do find this chalkware Holy Family. It does still have its hook, so you can hang it on the wall or leave it as a figurine. I do see this souvenir icon piece. It is saying Jerusalem. Obviously, it is a reproduction of a Byzantine print, but I absolutely love these. I think that they're visually striking and they look great in a gallery wall or putting them up on like a little plate stand. Now we went back to kind of root through here again because I was like, well, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me see what's going on here. But we didn't find anything else. Okay, at this point, I've switched over. This is along when you walk in the right wall. The clothes were kind of set in front of these, and they have like little wall vignettes that are placed in it. And I did see these. It is Suberto Collectibles, Cosmos Gifts. Very 80s. However, all of those applied flowers, very nouveau, yet the coloring and the glaze are very 80s. However, there is some desirability. There was one petal, there we go, that had broken off. Otherwise, you set that to the back and you would never notice. The music box did work. It was $2.99. I did decide to go ahead and leave this piece behind. Unfortunately, the glaze is what is really doing it to me. I think this could have went really well. That you're seeing like some glue residue, but in if you will, the whole Grand Millennial kind of vibe going on to it. And if you're not familiar, the Grand Millennial is like, millennials that are looking for that granny chic vibe, if you will. No offense to anybody out there. Now, up top here, and again, do keep this in mind that a lot of times when Goodwill will do perimeter vignettes, those items are for sale. So it might not necessarily be the most kind of stuff, but you always want to check those out because you never know what they are going to use. I'm unsure as to what this piece is, if it's some kind of like a Mexican picture, but I didn't know anything about it. So I did decide to go ahead and leave it behind. We have a cute little Dutch shoe planter, but the crack, it was going through all the way from interior to exterior. And I do want to give you a look here. Look at this. They've got their clothes it's very boutique looking. Look how nice. We're in a Goodwill, y'all. This was it. Like the Goodwill here was so nice. It was clean. It was bright. They obviously cared enough to put together some collections. Again, very boutique-esque. Now we do see this luster where they're dolphins on the front of this very mid-century looking piece. I thought it was cute. It is new, so obviously we're going back to that whole like, what would you say, 50s, 60s look to it. But that's unfortunate. But again, it's one of those things where if you find it and you love it, it doesn't matter that it's new. If you think that it's going to fit into your personal aesthetic, then get it, buy it, and love it. Here we have our cart overview, our basket overview of the things that we have gotten. And, I like to do the little basket overview so that we can check things out. It is a look. If you were to pull out the figurines, the icon, the chalkware Holy Family, and the Culver dishes, it very much almost seems that it came out of the same home. So I was very excited. I typically don't find this much, especially this quality of items in the Pennsylvania Goodwills. I'm just showing you again, there is a little paint loss to that, but hey, whatevs. I'm living for it. So I was about to check out, and of course, at the glass display case, I did find, look at this. It's a bear, and I'm keeping this. So yeah, it's like a little wristlet, but I will put it in my larger bag. And I can put like my electronics in it because like my flashlight and my tripod and my little microphone here that I'm currently using. All of that can go in there, and carpentum. What is it? I don't know that word. So I'm gonna add that to the basket. Carpentum. I can't. What? Anyhow, here are here's some perfume bottles. I knew for sure that the one there, the ruby, the hand painted, was a Westmoreland, obviously a pink opalescent, and that clear hobnail. They were 99 cents each. So I was like, can I see those, please? So here they all are out at $2.99. The pink opalescent one here and the clear one were only 99 cents. So we did decide to add those. All right, guys, I'll see you outside. What was that? Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Okay, one, the store was displayed really nicely, like on point. You could tell that they cared. Holy moly, I can't believe we found so much stuff. I don't think I've ever found that many things at a Goodwill. The staff was incredibly friendly, very kind, very nice. Now look, one of the glasses, it might have gotten broken. It was the small tumbler, not the large one. The low ball, not the high ball. Was that one? I can safely say that's probably the nicest Goodwill I have ever been in. Congratulations, Hubbard, Ohio. I don't know, what is Ohio? B! I'm just gonna leave it in. And on that note, until next time, guys, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye, guys.